Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in beautiful Palm Springs, California. I'm Reverend Rebecca. I am so glad that you could join me this morning for our daily spiritual practice. Reverend Mark is off today. I'd like to just take a moment and tell you that if this resonates with you or speaks to you in some way, that my daily spiritual practices are now being saved on a YouTube page, and it is entitled Daily Spiritual Practice with Reverend Rebecca K. So if you'd like to rewatch these, that's where you can find them. I invite you to subscribe or to like them or comment on them. I'm so grateful to have an opportunity to find somewhere to save all of this work. So this morning, I'd like to share with you a reading from someone who I believe is a voice for the future for us. His name is Bob Joff. His book is entitled Live in Grace and Walk in Love. Bob is the founder of Love Does, a nonprofit organization that operates schools and pursues justice for children in conflict areas such as Uganda, Somalia, Afghanistan, Nepal, and India. Bob is a lawyer, and he serves as the honorary consul for the Republic of Uganda to the United States. He's an adjunct professor at Pepperdine Law School, and he lives in San Diego. So this morning, the title of our reading is When We Ration Our Love, Everyone Goes Hungry. The more extravagant we are, the less it's wasted. And Bob's quote for this morning is, "Love is like a potluck where everyone who comes brings what they have, and there's always more than enough to go around." The best holidays are the ones with open invites to all the people who have nowhere else to go. When strangers come through the door from all corners of our communities, and they leave as friends. These people bring whatever they can, but most of all, they bring their authentic selves. When we celebrate holidays potluck style with an open door policy, we always end up with more food than we could possibly eat. The more guests we have, the more leftovers we send home. And no one spends the holiday alone or hungry. Love works the same way. We tend to think we should limit the number of people we let in because we think love is an infinite resource. We think there won't be enough to go around. This just isn't the way that love works. The more people we let in, the more those people fill us and energize us, and the larger the potluck dinner. You walk into a living room and see old friends engaging with new friends. You hear stories about traditions and trips and books and recipes. Each person, each conversation is another main dish for us. It's no different than what Jesus did when the potluck consisted of a couple of fish and a few loaves of bread. They brought what they had to Jesus, and they let him decide what to make of it. When we ration our love, everyone goes hungry. But the more extravagant we are, the less it's wasted and the better we feel. Love isn't a limited resource. It's like a potluck where everyone who comes brings what they've got, and there's more than enough for all of us. So this morning, as we head into our meditation, I'd like to ask you this question. How have you been rationing love. And now I invite you to gently close your eyes. Just take a deep breath in. Let it out with a sigh. Feel what's beneath you. The sofa, the chair. Just allow it to really take your weight. Just let go and feel the support. You are supported and surrounded in love, in peace. We are now stepping into high consciousness. We are stepping into meditation, that place where we prepare our minds for the best that life has to offer. And this morning we are going to take a moment and just ask ourselves, where have we been rationing our love? From this place of being, we give ourselves an opportunity to accept everything that's going on in our world, in our lives, in our bodies, in our emotions. All the circumstances presenting right here, right now. And we give ourselves permission to just let it all go. Just be right here, right now, with me. Totally supported, surrounded in love, deeply connected, filled with peace, knowing all is well and so are you. Just be right here, right now, in this present moment. Knowing that life is revealing and unfolding in divine perfection. And I invite you to let the silence take you deeper. And so I ask you, where in your life have you been rationing love? Where in your life have you been rationing love? And so I ask you to feel into your heart. Feel how full it is of love. And in this moment, I ask you to send that love out into the world. And know that as you go through this week, through the law of circulation, that love will come right back to you. And so as our journey comes to a close, I invite you back into this time and space, into your room. And I remind you, love is like a potluck where everyone who comes brings what they have. And there's always more than enough for all. I thank you for starting your day with a daily spiritual practice. I thank you for joining me this morning. I send you much love and many blessings. I remind you, all is well, and so are you. And I invite you to join me tomorrow for Points to Ponder. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay at the Center for Spiritual Living in beautiful Palm Springs, California. Thank you.